Greetings, my beautiful lovelies, it's Emmy and welcome back. Today I'm going to be cooking a recipe from the pages of this book, and this is Cooking with the Apicius, and this is adapted from the oldest cookbook in the West. Now, I've cooked a recipe from the Apicius before. It was for honey fritters. I'll put a link down below. I worked with Atlas Obscura. I went to the New York Academy of Medicine to see pages from the Apicius. So stinking cool. The oldest cookbook in the West. To see parchment pages that were handwritten a couple thousand years ago is pretty incredible. Pretty stinking incredible. Lovely Arlene showed me around. She has so much knowledge about books and recipes and cookery. It's interesting that the New York Academy of Medicine would have so many books on cookery, but it's not that far-fetched if you really think about it, because food was probably one of the first ways of curing illnesses. Food, herbs, medicine. So there's a huge tie between medicine and food. So the book that I'm going to be using today is called Cooking Apicius, Roman Recipes for Today, and it's written by Sally Granger. Now what Sally has done is she's adapted these recipes for modern kitchens and modern ingredients. I'm going to be making this recipe. It's called spinach or nettle patina. So very interestingly enough, a lot of Roman cookery used fish sauce as a huge ingredient for adding flavor and salt. There are two main types of fish sauce. One was called garum and the other one was called ligumen. Now garum was actually made from the guts and blood of the small fish, while ligumen was made from the actual kind of bodies of the fish. So Sally very kindly includes an adapted fish sauce recipe here, which uses white grape juice and oyster brand fish sauce. So the first thing we need to do is create a grape juice reduction, a little syrup, and the recipe calls for white. I happen to have regular grape juice, so that's what I'm going to be using. And we're going to concentrate this down into a syrup. We want this to be reduced by half. So in this little container, I've got my grape juice concentrate, and we're going to combine that with 2 parts of fish sauce. So this is going to sweeten things up and add a little bit of a kind of grapey flavor to our fish sauce. So right now here in New England, stinging nettles are growing. You can find them along roadsides. They grow very well, but they're called stinging nettles because they give you kind of a burning sensation if you touch them. So if you're foraging them, make sure you're wearing long sleeves and have gloves on. I've been inadvertently stung by stinging nettles before, and it's a bother. It feels kind of like a sunburn, and it's very irritating, and it doesn't go away for a little while. But there are little tiny hairs on the leaves of the stinging nettles that get into your skin and cause that irritation. So we've been getting a lot of rain recently, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get out to forage my own nettles. So we've been very fortunate to be able to order our produce from local farmers and local businesses, and I ordered these from Radia Herbs. It's a bag of stinging nettles. Now, once the nettles are cooked, they no longer sting, but when they're in their fresh form, we still have to wear gloves when handling it. Stinging nettles kind of remind me of a story back when I was a kid. I remember grocery shopping with my mom and holding a peach and thinking, oh, the peach is so fuzzy. So I took the peach and I rubbed it on my cheek. Oh my gosh, what a mistake. And then my cheek was awful. I got this like burning sensation. It wouldn't go away. And it was all because I thought the peach was so fuzzy. Yeah, don't rub peaches on your cheeks, okay? Alrighty, so here are the nettles. Aren't they beautiful? I'm gonna give my nettles a rinse. We are gonna just coarsely chop these up. It's so strange to be working with gloves on. I love foraging for food. It's so much fun and so satisfying to go hunt for your food and then to cook with it. It's so much fun. And when I posted this on social media, so many of you chimed in about foraging for nettles yourselves. Once this weather lets up, I want to go look for my own nettles, and if I can find some, I would love to make some soup with them. A lot of you shared that you'd like to make soup. Some people said pasta. So the Apicius calls this a patina, and essentially it's a frittata. We're going to be making a big omelet. Next in my mortar and pestle, I'm going to grind up 5 peppercorns. Right in here. Make some noise. Freshly ground pepper is so lovely. It almost has like a lemony flavor to it. It smells so good. So in our saucepan, we're going to combine our ground up pepper. So to our black pepper, we're going to add 15 milliliters of our grape concentrate, and then we're going to add 25 milliliters of regular fish sauce. And that's our adapted fish sauce. Combine that together. Now we're gonna add 80 milliliters of olive oil. It's about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Now we're gonna heat this up. So this is basically a dressing. That fish sauce is pungent. All right, so that's just coming up to the simmer now. Now we're gonna add our stinging nettles. So we're just gonna cook this down. Now the fish sauce has a good amount of salt in there already, so we don't need to add any salt to this. And of course it has tons and tons of flavor. Okay. Oh, that is good. It's salty and funky. And then you've got some of that grape flavor in there too, which is sweet and fruity. Delicious. I thought that might be too much fish sauce, but I think with the eggs in here, it's gonna be absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the heat and drain the cooking liquid off. Pretty remarkable how much the nettles cook down. Now we're gonna get a bowl and we're gonna crack 4 eggs. Boop. 4 beautiful eggs. Now, Sally says you can use a non-stick pan. I'm sure they did not have these in the days of the Apicius, but this is what we're going to use because Sally said we can. Now we're gonna place the nettles into the saucepan. And now we're gonna add our 4 eggs. Looks so beautiful already. So just like you would cook an omelet, make some patches so that the raw egg can go through. All right, I think our patina is finished. Let's go ahead and invert this onto a plate. Oh, I can't wait to taste this. Do it like this. Some hard cheese on top. Alrighty, let's give our beautiful stinging nettles patina a taste. I can't wait. I wish you could smell this space right now. It smells super funky, like funky cheese, funky fish sauce. It smells delicious though. I can't wait to tuck into this. Okay, let me grab a knife, and a fork. Right there. Beautiful. First I'm gonna try it plain and then I'll have it with my toast. Itadakimasu. Mmm. Boy, is that good. So it's similar to spinach in the sense that it doesn't have a very strong flavor of its own, but it does have a flavor to it. Spinach to me has a slight kind of irony flavor to it. Still very kind of benign and plain, but this does not have that. It also has more of a texture. It's a little stringier, the stalk is a little woodier, but is delicious. It has a nice kind of almost sweetness to it. The combination of funky flavors here is fantastic. You've got the funky cheese, you've got the funky fish sauce in combination with that little bit of grape juice. So great, it sweetens things up, makes it taste a little bit fruitier. And then you've got the nettles in there too. Delicious. So when I was reading this recipe, I thought this is just gonna be a frittata, but it's not. It's much more about the nettles here than the eggs. The eggs kind of hold things together, but in terms of flavor and flavor combinations, it's about that fish sauce, cheese, nettle combination. And then the egg kind of holds it all together and adds some of the richness, but it is so great. I think I will definitely make this again. So delicious. Have you ever used dried shrimp before or dried shrimp powder? It's used in a lot of Southeast Asian cookery, and it is so potent, but adds such an essential flavor. And I feel like that's what's happening here. That combination of fish sauce in this is so good, so complex, and so flavorful. scrumptious. Alrighty, so there you have it, an ancient recipe for stinging nettles patina from the ancient cookbook, the Apicius, the oldest cookbook of the Western Hemisphere. If you'd like to learn more about the history of the Apicius and see another recipe made from its pages, I'll put links down below. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye. Oh my gosh, the other day my kids and I were watching old episodes of Sesame Street. Did you ever see the one where Bert and Ernie are going to bed and Ernie is so thirsty and goes, "I'm thirsty." So good. I'll put a link to it down below.